Hello and welcome back, and to new friends, welcome to another episode of Kim Pins. Today on Kim Pins, we are going to be doing a Halloween cookie recipe that I found on Pinterest. Where else, right? I got all my stuff set up, ready to go. They are Monster Eye cookies. I will post the list of ingredients maybe over here. I don't know. We'll see again in the editing. Let's get started on that, shall we? Okay, for this recipe, I have my oven currently preheated at 350 degrees. I have a baking sheet ready to go, lined with some parchment paper. I will say on the Pinterest recipe, she did a hand mixer, and I'm not about to go find where my hand mixer is and bust out the attachments. So I have my KitchenAid here. I think it's going to do the job. So first step, we have in this bowl, we have our white sugar and brown sugar and our butter. So we're going to cream those two together. And they did packed brown sugar. I'm personally a fan of when it gives you weight measurements. My pack might be a little different from your pack. Might be a little different from, the person who created the recipe's pack. So, why have any mystery? Just put the measurements in there, But hey, maybe that's just me. Actually, it's not just me. I'm a big fan of America's Test Kitchen, which I believe is part of Cooks Illustrated. And they do everything in measurements, so it's not just me. Let's turn this sucker on. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and call that good enough. It's not quite creamed how I'd want it, but that's okay. I've never done this recipe before, so I don't know what exactly I'm going for. You probably haven't done this recipe either, which is why you're watching this video. So we can learn about the pitfalls together, right? Next, we are going to add to that our eggs, one egg at a time. Okay, so that is the sugar and the eggs. I'm going to go do a quick hand wash because raw egg is not good for you. All right, and our next step is to combine our dry ingredients. So I have my flour, my baking powder, and this is salt, baking soda, and baking powder. I think I called this baking powder. It's obviously cocoa powder. We'll see. So you whisk those together to combine, which I'm going to do very carefully so I don't get it all over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out. I'm going to move to the paddle attachment on my mixer. And the recipe says to combine your wet ingredients and dry ingredients. Add half the dry ingredients to your wet. So I'm going to do that. We're going to do it slowly because you don't want all your dry ingredients just poof out. That's never fun. So let me switch those out and we'll be back. And we're back. I have my paddle attachment on now. I'm going to take half these dry ingredients, just throw that right on in. Hey Mom, you know what else would be really cool to go on my Christmas list? One of those caps that you put on there and you can just send your ingredients down. Just a suggestion. The next step is to let this chill in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. So we are going to do that step. And I will see you guys back here in 15 minutes when we're ready to do some cookies on the cookie sheet. Okay, while we wait for our dough to cool for our cookies, I also have a spooky cocktail for you, which could be a mocktail, if you're serving it to anyone under the age of 21. Drink responsibly. So what makes it spooky, though, is that you do frozen hands as ice cubes. So I have my glove, and what you do is you fill this up with water. I'm not sure on the recipe that I'll link below. I'm not sure what kind of glove they did, but these are plastic. There's no lining on them, no latex or anything like that, no powder. What I found, and I have a test one in the freezer, I could not fill this up with water and then knot it. What I did is I twisted it and clipped it with a chip clip, and that seemed to work really well. So for this punch, got our punch bowl, obviously, and I just have some generic store brand stuff. I'm using Montepulciano vodka, which is distilled from potatoes. I don't know, fun fact. I really like this. It's a good price point for me. you know, we bought it for our wedding. This is, again, another wedding leftover from that big party that we did not have. So here we are. I got my recipe here because I don't have these quantities memorized. And I'm actually going to be cutting this recipe in half. I'm not having a party today or anytime soon. So I don't need like a giant punch bowl full of booze for me and my husband to drink. That would be bad. So we are going to start with, it's 2 quarts of cranberry juice. Oh, man. I tend to be a bigger fan. I have no idea how loud this pouring is on camera, by the way. So that's the juice. We need 1 cup of pineapple juice, which I don't know, I haven't tried this either. So we'll see how this is. Oh, sorry, that was probably really loud on camera as well. Ooh, looking very red. Oh, I still need this. But, oh, I mixed up my caps too. Oh well. 3 ounces of frozen lemonade concentrate, thawed. Here we are again with Kim. Sometimes makes up her own rules. There we go. I don't know, use that for something later. And we need, how much vodka? That's the important part. This says 2 cups. Well, it says, the actual recipe says 4 to 6. So if I'm cutting it in half, I'm going to go with 2, I guess. We'll see how boozy this is. And later, I'm going to have a special guest to help me taste test. So we'll be sure to let you know how boozy this is. That's a lot of vodka. This is definitely going to be a cocktail that goes in the fridge, and maybe we drink it over the next week. And I got some Canada Dry over here. Not sponsored by Canada Dry. It's just the one that my store had. Oh, okay. I'm going to just go with half for ease. Oh, my dog has decided that she wants to come see what I'm doing in the kitchen here. It's not food, Lucette. It's drinks. She'd probably lap it up, though. Not that we'd let her. Okay, so I'm going to go get my hand out of the freezer. We're going to unmold it from the glove and see how that turned out. Okay, so here is our unmolded hand. It's super cold and very slippery. I did end up cutting the glove to get it out. So we dump this in. Oh, he's very slippery. And then it just kind of looks like you got a hand floating, like a ghostly hand. But yeah, that's our spooky punch. I think if you had more hands in here, that'd be cool. I only made the 1. You can make more, or you can make none. Again, whatever. Spooky punch. Taste test to come later after the cookies. Hey, we are back with our chilled dough. The next step, it says use greased hands to form 1-inch balls. It's a sticky dough. I don't know. I got this also for my wedding. So I'm going to use this instead and kind of go a little off book, as I am known to do. I think it says 1-inch balls 2 inches apart. So we're just going to fill up this cookie sheet and see how it goes. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. I forget for how long, but again, the recipe is posted in the link, so however long that says is how long I'm going to bake these for. And then we will be back for the decorating portion. So see you then. And we're back. And here are our cookies. First glance, they're very round and not as round as, or more round than what the blog had. So I don't know, maybe it is the hand forming that really does it. But I will say her pictures looked like rather round balls of dough. So I don't know. But this is why I test these out for you, so that you know if you want to make them. Maybe make your balls of dough a little bit flatter because they don't spread a whole lot. Yeah, that's my pro tip. So our next step is to, it says, let them cool for 2 minutes and then use your thumb or a melon baller. I am not cool enough to use my thumb. I'm not about to touch these hot cookies with my thumb. So I got my handy melon baller here. So I'm going to do that. So we've got melon baller cookies. We're going to dome each. And then I've got candy melts from Wilton in various colors to do like the background of the eye. And then I have my Wilton eyeball candies. So yeah, let's do this. I'm going to see if I can kind of like flatten the cookie itself a little bit in the process too. Kind of. And then you're going to put a candy in, which these will start to melt, which makes sense. I made cookies kind of similar to this once at a friend's house, only you put truffle on it and you made like a little body of a spider. We lost ambition. We did not get to the spider-leg part, but we did get to the baking the cookies and putting the truffles in. And even after the cookies cooled, the truffle itself had melted. And so like you bit into it and it was just like a gush of chocolate everywhere. So if you do attempt this with a recipe that's similar to that, watch out for that, because that's the thing. And then with these, I think I my eyeballs are too big, but the candy melt is starting to melt. It's not sticking at all. So maybe I did this wrong, or maybe her cookies were just, that one's a little bit melted. See, my eyeballs are too big and my candy melt isn't spreading, so you can't really see the candy behind it. Smaller eyeballs, that would be step number 1. I saw the tiny eyes and I was like, I think that's too tiny. It wasn't. Turns out it wasn't. You could do maybe multiple candy melts, but I think that would look a little weird for the eyeball look that you're going for. You could also dome the cookies while they're warm, or invert dome, I don't know, smush them. And then fully melt down your candy melts and kind of like spoon them in to make a larger eyeball shape. There were lots of forks in the road to these cookies, and I took the wrong direction more than once. But that's okay. That's why we do this. Now you know if you want to recreate this. So good luck with that. I'm going to let these completely cool, and then we're going to come back with a special guest for taste test for our punch and for our cookies. So stay tuned. And we're back. And our special guest is here.
Yes.
This is my husband, Jordan. Say hi to all the people, Jordan.
Hi,
But maybe
all the people.
maybe just our moms
Hi.
watching.
Hello, Mom. How are you?
So we are going to do a taste test of this. Jordan, have you had a homemade chocolate cookie in recent enough memory that you can compare this to?
No, I have not.
All right. Well, I'm going to be comparing this to the America's Test Kitchen cookie / Cooks Illustrated. I honestly, they're the same company, whatever. That's the one I'm going to be comparing this to. Jordan's just going to be comparing it to his cookie experience overall. And then we have our punch, which is a vodka punch. It's not a whiskey punch or a tonic punch. I can't remember the song, but I would make a really good...
Oh, you're doing the Chumbawamba thing?
Yeah, it's just a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a
cider.
lager drink.
And then cider drink.
Yeah. So this one's just the vodka drink. So yeah, pick a cookie here.
Ooh,
Maybe
okay.
not the ones that are falling apart.
First off, these look really good.
They don't look as good as the blog does.
But I'm torn between a green or a purple.
I'm going purple.
I'll go green then. Okay.
I think these candy eyeballs are gonna hurt our teeth.
Maybe.
But that's just me. What do you think?
Yeah, no, the cookie part is great, really chocolatey. Not too rich though, which I like a lot. A lot of these kinds of like thick cookies can be like too much, you know. And the Monster Eye was a little hard, but not too hard. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't like a jawbreaker kind of thing. And then this, I guess, cream we could call it.
It's white chocolate, I believe. The candy melts.
Yeah, really nice touch. Really, really good. Wow. Mm-hmm.
It's a solid cookie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's fun with the Monster Eyes. My personal recommendation is to go find that Cooks Illustrated, America's Test Kitchen. Again, all the same company. Maybe find that recipe. The recipe from that is better. I'm not gonna lie to you. The texture is better. I guess, I don't know, maybe that's like meant to be a bit of a different cookie. It's more of like a chewy, it still has that crumble where it kind of like breaks apart and has that look to it, like the crinkle look, if you will. But it's about it's the same amount of work. They aren't so domed, but that might have been me not forming them with my greasy hands. Personal preference there. But yeah, I mean, it's a good cookie. A child is not going to turn this cookie away if you're making it for a child. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I will be cooking the rest of these for our children. Just pawning them off on them. It's not true. I'm going to eat some of them too. Yeah, that's a cookie. Alright, I got our spooky cups for our punch here. So,
swirl it around.
To health.
To being spooky.
It's a punch.
Yeah.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm not the biggest like super sweet drink person.
Too bad we got a whole punch bowl of this to drink.
Yeah, but
Buckle up, baby.
I could do like a glass or two of this at like a party. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
get together or something. Yeah.
Kids would love this without the vodka. Again, you can
True,
make it without the vodka, and I highly recommend not serving vodka to anyone under 21. But it is very sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm less of a sweet drink kind of girl, but if I'm making a red cocktail or a red punch to go with the hand, this would be fine. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a party punch. If you're looking for a party punch, go with that.
I do like that you can taste the booze, but it's not like super boozy.
That's
You know?
that 2 to 4 cups.
Mm.
No, I think that's the half.
Yeah.
They did put a variation. So if you like
Yeah.
your punches boozier, add more. If you
Yeah.
don't, go with that amount. Or if you don't drink alcohol, which is perfectly fine as well, don't put any in there.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know, you could add some dry ice to it. Any Halloween punch I'm serving, I'm putting dry ice in it. There, I said it.
Yeah.
And I meant it. So that's this episode. I hope you enjoyed the cookies and enjoyed the punch and learned some things along the way. I know I did, and that's the whole point of the channel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan, for your
Of course.
help.
Thanks for having
on
me. I
Taste
love what
Test.
you've done with the place. This is
Any
really good.
any shameless plugs you got for us? The Lauren Zima patented shameless plug.
Just you know,
Or chance
this channel.
Any
Yeah.
podcasts you might do with your friends?
Yeah. So for those of you who are interested, who like podcasts and family movies and having adults talk about family movies, there's a podcast that I'm on called GMWKS. Stands for Grown Men Watch Kid Shit. Available wherever you get your podcasts. And a certain someone does the trivia every week. So
That itself is worth tuning in to. But it was a delightful podcast overall. I'm a big fan. Y'all might say I'm a little biased, but hey, calm down. It's still good.
it would be funny if you're like, that's all right.
It's you know.
But yeah, and then this channel.
This channel.
Subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends about it.
Like, subscribe,
Yeah.
share.
Mhm.
Come back.
Mhm.
We'll
Oh,
have more
yes.
content for you. Every week. Every week I'll be here. I hope you're here too. Ooh, that vodka is starting to
Is that really
warm up
starting
my
to
soul.
tingle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.